If you want to set up rocks that actually get done, you need to make them smart, you need to delegate certain aspects, and you need to have consistency across the entire company. And so I want to show you how to do those things through. When you do come to your rocks page, you're going to have a list of all of your current rocks for this specific quarter. If you need to create additional rocks for this list, you can use the create button on the top right, or under each person's name, you're going to have an option to quickly add a rock in line. When you're going through and doing this, the main things you consider when you're adding a rock are building it out and really making it smart so that that definition of done and the definition of success is there and ready for you. So typically you'll have a quick title that describes what the rock is. You'll give it a due date, consistent due date across the entire team, across the entire company, even for when your next quarterly planning meeting is. So that due date, we get that question a lot. Should it be the end of the quarter or should it be when my next quarterly planning is? The benefit of doing it at that next quarterly planning meeting is that is your moment to retro. How did we do last quarter and what are we planning for next quarter? That date doesn't have to line exactly up with the financial end of the quarter. You want to have directionally correct conversations, and you want to make sure that you're having the right conversation to set the next set of priorities. It doesn't have to be picture perfect when the numbers end. So when we set the due date, again, aligned across the entire company, and we want to go through and make the rock smart. So that means it's a specific goal, specifically what are you going to do? How are you going to measure success of that? Is it achievable? So what are the team members involved, or who needs to be a part of getting this thing done? Is it relevant? So how is it connected to other aspects of the business? How is it connected to your 1-year goals? So specify the relevance and why right now. And then how are you making it time bound? So making sure that incrementally over the course of the quarter, this is going to get done. It's going to get approved. The right eyes are going to be on it. Time bound usually flows through to when you look at your milestones. And so when we set up our milestones, a lot of times people will want to delegate these out. So if there is really supposed to be one owner to the rock, one person who is accountable for getting this thing done, but there might be multiple people involved in certain aspects of this project. And so that is where you can delegate out milestones to other individuals other than the owner of this rock. And the benefit of that is when you think about visibility. So the visibility of this rock is it's on the leadership team, but I can also assign it so that it's visible in other teams. So if it's a rock where multiple people, multiple teams are a part of making sure this is going to get done, you can have it show up in multiple level 10 meetings there. And then any individual that you've assigned it to, it's also going to show up on their My 90 page. So when they're going and they're looking at what do I need to do today? What do I need to do this week? It's going to be front and center on My 90 for them as well. When I keep going down, again, we want to link these items back to what is relevant for them. So as you're creating issues like, hey, I'm hitting a roadblock, let's turn this rock into an issue, it will automatically link to this rock throughout the quarter. But something I do like to do at the beginning of the quarter is just make sure that my goal, my 1-year goal that this is associated to, if it is associated to that, or if it's associated to another rock, I want to link that item proactively. Again, the more data we feed into 90, the smarter it gets with all of the AI systems connected throughout it. So I can choose, hey, here's the other rocks that I'd like to connect. Or if I scroll over, I can get to my goals, and this is going to pull up the goals that are on my teams that this is connected to. So you can see here's some team goals that are on my VTO. So I can link those items to rocks. It's going to show up, and then I can always open that up and it'll show me the specific goal that is related to that specific rock as well. I can add attachments on here also, commenting, and then I can see when due date, who this was created by at the bottom there as well. My company and department toggles up here at the top. Company rock is going to bring it to the top of the list and also have it show up on the VTO. And then this department rock showed up because I do have it listed on other teams. So if I'd like it to see as a departmental rock, meaning at the top of the list for those other teams. So I'll go to finance as an example so we can see the other view of this. Instead of company, it's just called departmental. And so it's at the top of the list because we've specified that it is a departmental along with being a company rock. If I want to see a breakdown of those milestones, I can click on the toggle here. When we're going through the meeting, usually we do a quick on track, off track to track the status of that. And then if I do want to make it an issue, I can right click and turn it into an issue. But those are the details you really need to make that rock smart and fully build it out. To create consistency across the company, I would say don't do this alone. Don't do it by yourself in a vacuum. A really great thing to do is when you're creating a rock, and I'll just come down and add a new one as an example, you have this option to say, help me draft a smart rock. That's available inline or when I use the create button here as soon as I get someone assigned to it. And those buttons in either place that you click them will open up our Maz AI thought partner here. So it's going to be a 5-ish minute process where it's going to go through and ask you a lot of questions. What are you trying to get done? How is this connected to the bigger picture goals? What are you going to measure success for this? So it's going to go through those questions, pry a little bit deeper, and then build out that smart rock for you that will auto add and auto create the rock. So try it out. Let us know what you think. We've gotten really great feedback that this really creates the consistency across the company when everybody can do this and everyone's rocks can be built out the same way. So if you do have any questions about building out rocks, delegating milestones, making sure that you have the right visibility across teams and across the company, please reach out. We'd love to help. Thanks.